Hello folks, this is Sam Owens and I have a nice product for fun. This is a VEVOR table soccer game, but another name is foosball. It was very popular many years ago. They were all over in amusement centers and bars, you name it, malls, that everybody enjoyed a challenge of table foosball. Okay, this is the user manual and it gives details of how to assemble. Yes, there's assembly, and mostly it's the leg system has to be assembled, and also the control rods with the little men, the black and white, have to be placed on there. That's the major part of installation or assembly that you need to do. These are all of the supplies you get in a quite large box, and the main body of the game is behind me, and we will be going over to it shortly, and we will start the assembly and you'll get to see just how the main body of the game comes to you. And this is the first part that they're talking about, is turning the main body of the game upside down, and they're recommending 2 people. So you would really need 2 people if you're going to turn this upside down, and then after you put the legs on, turn it back over. In my assembly, I don't have any help, so I'm going to show how to do the assembly with 1 person yourself, and we'll go and see how that's done. But if you have help, follow the instructions here in the book, and that will lead you into a complete assembly. All right, let's go to the main body of the game, which I have set up on sawhorses. Got it, 2 sawhorses here, and notice they're quite narrow here because the leg has got to fit up in here and come down, so it can't go out too far. This is just a backup support right here. I happen to have a hoist here, which allowed me to pull it out of the box and straight up, and then set the sawhorses underneath. You may not have a hoist. You don't really need one. This is about 95 pounds. That's the whole game with the legs and everything. So this is probably 85 pounds itself. So it could be managed up on sawhorses. Here's the leg. This is the bottom where you're going to put an adjuster on. This is the top part. And right here is a hole on one side only. And that is going to face the other side where this cross member is going to be screwed on to connect the other. 2 of these number 2 and number 3 washers, I've got them all set. For this side right here, both legs and the cross member, you're going to need 6 of these. Almost forgot. One other thing is you need a shim for this inside area right here, and one for the other side. All right, the first leg I'm going to put on is this one, and I have this hole toward that way, and I've got the top, and we're going to put this back bolt on right here. So I'm going to stick this in, and if I'm out here looking up, I can see the hole to line it up. So I find that hole right there, and the bolt will go in quite easily if you hold this and take the pressure off of the bolt. It'll go in very easy with your fingers, so you don't really need the tool, and you don't want to tighten it real tight. In this area, I'm going to put this in, and what I need to do, and I'm going to reach around and hold this with my finger and go right around this way. And I find the hole. And let's see, right there. And I push this up until I get it to pass through that. Okay, I pull this back. I can feel the edge of it. Push it up. There. There, I got it in. And now I move this around until I can get find the hole. And right there, feel like it is. There. And take the pressure off, and you should have your little brace should be up in there. So check and make sure. I can kind of get it up there good. And now we take this one and we're going to use this hole here, this hole over there. This is going to connect to the centerpiece along with the other. So we're going to mount this back hole first. Again. Now, again, we use this. We want the fat end at the bottom. And what you do is I find the hole, pull it back just a little bit, and if I hold it, I can get it through the hole. Push a little bit more. There. There, it went in the hole. Okay, and now move this around until the screw turns easily. There you go. And we're going to go up in here, and you want this hole facing toward the other end like this. So these will go in here, line the hole up, and then watch, and you can get it to drop in right there. And then with your fingers, just kind of hold on to this, and it will finally go in easy enough. Then with the other one, I'm going to go over to the other side. I can kind of maneuver up. There, it dropped right in. And you don't want to get it cross-threaded. Once you get a couple of threads on, it's going to be okay. And wiggle. I can start tightening everything up and then tighten down. And you can spin this around like this. If you hold this, and again, just put your fingers in here, and then you can kind of use this tool to kind of, if you get under here, and you can kind of hold this. And then there's a pipe that's going to go in there with a screw hole on the back. A shorter screw is going to go in there, and I'll show that. And then we're going to go over to the other area, and we're going to I'm going to go ahead and install the two legs there with the cross member. But before I put the cross member in, I've got to put a bar across there. Okay, there is the bar that's going to go from here to the other hole in this one. And we're going to use a short screw, number 1 screw with a washer, to hold it in place right there and on the other side. We take this, there's a screw hole on this end, we stick this through here, take the screw, line it up, and this is the short screw, the number 1 screw with the number 3 washer right here. And you line this up in the back, there's a hole, and you just spin the, okay, this one is the same as the other, and I've already got it in there, and I've got the screw in here, and we're all set. I just have to tighten all these screws, so I'm going to do that, and the legs will be done. Okay, everything's tightened up, everything's installed. This is tight. Everything I got to put the feet on, which is going to allow for adjusting the height. Now, if you've got some help, you can get someone to help you lift it up, take the sawhorses out, and set it on the ground. I'm going to use my lift hoist to get it up and accomplish that. Alright, now we're going to go back down. Now, I've got the levelers underneath. Each one can be adjusted to give us a perfect level surface, which is what we need for the ball to roll correctly. I'm looking at this. I happen to hit it just right. I put the same number of turns on each adjuster, and it came out just right. I do it that way, and then I do it this way, and I checked it, and it's level. If I move it to a different location, I'd have to possibly adjust a little bit. We've completed all of this through step 5, and now we're at step 6, which is going to handle the steel pipes right here. And each one is numbered 17, 18, 16, 17, and that's the order they go in, and the same order will be on the other side, the corresponding. On over they show this in more detail right here and there, but we're going to assemble these parts right here, the white and the black, the handle and the bumpers, which give you cushion when you pull it back and forth. And they're showing the assembly right here in the order that you need to do it. So, like number 16 only has 2 of the men on there with 2 bumpers. And 16 is right here. There's 16 right there. That's 16, it only has 2 holes. That one you can see 3 holes and 4 holes. Okay, we're gonna do number, it says 17. So it gives you an order here to insert the pipe. 17 is the first one, and there is 17. Right there, a bumper, and 3 men, and a bumper. Okay, this is 17. And according to this, we skip the first 2 holes, and you stick one of the ends in, both ends. Actually, there's one end that's got a hole on it, and the other end doesn't. This hole needs to be out for the handle right there. So you stick this end through the 3rd one for 17. You twist it, and it'll go in, and then the first thing you do is put a bumper on, and then you put your 3 people on, and then the last bumper, and you go all the way through and line up with the corresponding hole on the other side. And now it says insert steel pipe 16 into the hole, then connect the rubber ring and 2 players, and then another rubber ring. When you're assembling these steel rods with the men on them, you want to place all the men with a hole on one side and the square nut holder on the other side, or you'll have a nut head, so you can keep it organized. Also, you want to make sure that the screw for the handle is all facing out. Okay, so I've got these and I've got to go back and straighten a few of them out. Okay, this is how it should look. This is 17, 16, I'm sorry, this is 17, 18, 16, 17. The handle does not get a screw. You just slam it on all the way and just friction holds it on once you put it on. Okay, the other is, here's the screws and nuts that are gonna line up with the holes, like right here, or 5 holes along there, and you line up each person. I'm gonna do the number 18 here. And what I'm gonna do is find the hole, and it's right here, and I'm gonna line this up and use a nut on the other side. And this is a compression nut, so this is the side that goes into the man. Right here. And then on the other side, you screw it down. Okay, now this is a check. Holding this like this upside down, I have the white starting right here. We have 3 white, we have 2 white, then on the other side we have 3 black, 5 white on this side, 5 black on the other side, and then 3 white on this side, 2 black on the other side, and 3 black on the other side. And we've got it all assembled correctly. The bumpers, everything, all the men are screwed down, and now we have the cup holders in here, both ends. And now we go to the last step, is the score counting. We put those on with these little screws that we have, number 5 wood screws, and there's little holes started, pilot holes on either end, and we also put the ball drop. Right here is on one side. We have a place to put it in over here, and then this goes in on this side, and it's a compression fit, and I just put it in there real tight, and this is where we drop the ball in, and you put one on the other side, and that's pretty much it. So let me screw these down and let's get going. Hold on. Okay, we're going to put this on. This, you take it loose and leave these intact. Then here's 2 screws, and there's a hole that this is going to line up with first. So you put that in there, and this in here, and then you put these down like this, and there's a pilot hole, and this is going to work good here. Line that screw hole up down there, drop it in, see if you can get it started. I'm going to get this first one started, and then I'll put that in there. Let's see, I'm going to get this in there like this, into the head. Then, once it's in there, I can push down and screw it in. So get one of them in like this. So it's tight. And you want to line up the holes on this side. And I stick this in there. Push it all the way. Then I can drop this one in, put my screwdriver in there and line it up on the hole by raising it up, drop it down and push down hard and give it some turns, and it should start. And it feels like it is. And the other one will be the same way. Okay. And there you can, there's your first score, second game, and right on down the line, and we'll put the other one on here and now. Let's try a little bit here and just see what we can do. I'm just by myself, so I can't have competition. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Now. There we go. Okay, folks, I think you see that this can be a lot of fun, but it requires two people to really see the full effect of the foosball game made by VEVOR. And I want to thank you very much for watching my video.